way. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarrett McKinnon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a DN, when you play the run, you don't always have to make the tackle. Just have to use the right technique to make sure the play goes where you want it to. And in this case, did an excellent job stringing this one out and making the tackle at the end of it.
And for a loss.
I got this.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd, and he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down.
Wait. 11.
Garoppolo on first down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gold now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown? The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Garoppolo to try again on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. First down, Garoppolo. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He's going to get it running right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Being chased out left. A dump down to McKinnon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Malcolm Smith in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. He sets to fire. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that one results in 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Breeze going to come up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Got it. 48.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They run it with McKinnon. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hurry up. 6, 11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Steps away and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Reuben Foster in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And Lutz's kick is good. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Given 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Breeze now on first down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Throwing now is Breeze. Smith catches left side. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Garoppolo now. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. From the gun, it's Breeze. Escaping, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
21. Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go. He's got him in. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They give him a gain of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Now he's flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
13.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Craig Robertson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Bradley Pena now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Breeze now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
To throw, it's Breeze. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they hit the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo on 1st down. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, It's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the 49ers going to take another timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Breeze to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week, as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Alex Okafor in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good.
500 now at 4-3.